Clisons.
I'm Walter Von Uni.
And we look a little different today, obviously. But we just bought electric bikes. So we did some research on bikes, and we ended up buying the same bike, only different colors. You can make of that what you will. I don't know. We're just two old geezers trying to have some fun and do a little exercise, and so you can say what you want in the comments.
Yeah, we never. Have you had an electric bike before?
No, I never have. No.
Didn't have an electric bike. I've had bikes before. As a kid, I had a bike. I remember one Christmas, so excited.
Yeah.
But this is the first time on an electric bike.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's great. We put them together ourselves. Actually, Mike is really good at that, and I helped him out. And it was pretty easy to put together, and we researched what bikes we wanted to get.
Right.
And
so these are called Lectric bikes with an L. And ultimately, the reason we picked these, we're not being sponsored by them, and we're not getting paid by them, and we're not getting any sort of endorsement by them. It's just the reason we picked them was because number one, they seem to have a lot of good components for the money, good value for the money. Also, they fold, which is something that's important because both of our garages we practice Tetris, trying to organize
yeah,
things.
really.
You know, things have to be moved around, slid around, so having the capability of being able to fold the bike up is really important for us. Yeah. And they are also 750 watt motors and 7 speeds, and they go like a bat out of hell when you actually get them set up right.
Yeah, and we each bought these carriers here
Yeah.
that we can put things in as we go. It came with really not much back here, and so we bought these that if we're taking big rides, we can go somewhere. And we have a capacity here to go about, what do you think, 60 miles?
Well, they said 85.
85 miles.
Sure, but I don't know.
And so we can take pretty long trips. And if we're taking an 85-mile trip, you're going to be carrying me home. So I think we're good. And because we live in a neighborhood here that is hilly, and there's a lot of hills here. And so on a regular bike, I've found that anytime you have hills, it's really, really hard to go up hills, as I learned from the past. Right. This will make it a lot easier, and we have different gears here that we can do. Where's my gear shift? Here it is over here. And we can have, I think there's 6 gears or 7 gears.
Seven, I think. But I'm not
7
sure. Yeah.
that we have. Actually 8, it looks like. And 8 gears.
So we can tell we're experts on this.
Yeah, and we're learning all about this, and
five modes of assistance. So
and it's going to be fun. It's just 2 old guys, and we have some other guys actually here in the neighborhood who have electric bikes that want to ride also.
Right.
So we're going to be forming the club here for anyone who wants to ride with us to just go out and have fun.
Hardly Dangerous and my friend Barely.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how we're going to start out.
And these things are important because, again, we're old and our balance isn't what it used to be. Right. No, we're good, but everyone should wear a helmet.
Right. I'm not sure we're that good. Anyway, why don't you take off and we'll demonstrate for the folks how this thing's working.
Demonstrate here, because for me, I got to bend this thing over to put my leg over.
Yeah. And it's very graceful. I feel very graceful doing this.
Tell me when you're ready.
Well, let me just get my speed thing here set. Okay, I'm ready. All right.
Okay. Whoa, car coming. That's what you got to watch out for. Okay, good. A little faster. Good. And now we watch a postman moves twice.
Oh my God. So here we are. We're out riding around. It's going to be fun.
See, we're up on a hill here, and I got my sport on, so it's not hard. Here we go. Just a little demonstration, like people would need to see a demonstration on how to ride a bike. Okay.
I think it's important to know that we can actually ride them.
Well, yeah.
It's theoretically possible. All right, so we'll pick this up inside.
All right. Here. All right.
Okay.
That was great.
Yeah, I think that was the shortest ride on record.
Yeah, really. Riding around just outside the driveway, we call it.
I think I got 1/10 of 1% of a mile on.
Yeah, I didn't need too many of the gears.
No, it didn't do much for my cardio.
But what we wanted to do is just show our bikes that we got, our new electric bikes?
Electric with an L. Electric.
Yeah. Well, how do you say electric without L? Electric. L.
Yeah, well,
You tell
yeah,
me.
But you put an E in front of the L.
But say electric. L.
No, just electric.
Electric. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But anyway, we got these bikes because, as we said, we wanted to ride around, and there's many trails around here that we can ride. And there's one trail called the Chehalis Trail that's
yeah.
about 40 miles or longer than that.
It's all over the place, yeah.
And one thing that you mentioned to me earlier is that we can fold these bikes and put them in the car,
Right.
that we can then take to the start of the trail somewhere and go down the trail forever.
Right, that's right. And, they fold up nicely and fit in our cars. So we can put two of them in one car, which is
Yeah.
nice, without a bike rack,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And the
And
only problem is, like you said, is that they weigh 70 pounds
Yeah.
with the batteries. The battery's 10 pounds, so you can take the battery out. And with that rack on there, I bet that bike comes in around 80 pounds. So
oh, absolutely.
it's not something you can just haul around.
No, no.
But it is, you can lift it up and put it in a bike,
Yeah.
in the car if you want. So
But one of the reasons that I got the electric bike is one time I was in Budapest, and we had to cross the chain bridge and then go through a tunnel and then go up a hill and then up another hill and over to get to the gym. And the bunch of guys I was riding with, we always made it to the gym, and we got to the gym and I was dying. I was literally turning white, and they said, "You better sit down. There's no workout for you, anything. You're gonna die." So I had to sit down. The other guys were all fine and started working out and everything. And I go, "What the heck is going on here?" And then I looked at their bikes. They all had electric bikes.
yeah. Well,
I had a regular bike, and so I got an electric bike there, and man, it was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, the reason I wanted an electric bike, I'd done a lot of research on them, and I followed them over the years, and it seemed like the technology was evolving so quickly that it didn't make sense to buy one, because I knew as soon as I bought one, it would be out of date, And so I think now we're to the point where the technology's kind of settled. Maybe there'll be some better options for the drive chain. Maybe they'll go to a belt. Maybe they'll get rid of the derailleur system. Maybe, I don't know, at some point. But for right now, the bikes we have now have hydraulic brakes. They've got lights on them. They're just nice bikes, and they work fine. So the reason I wanted an electric bike is I come from a culture of motorcycles and bicycles. I got rid of my motorcycle 6 years ago, and I got rid of my bike about 3 years ago. I miss that feeling. I miss going out and being able to go riding, and I wasn't going to be able to do that on a regular bicycle anymore. But having an electric bike has gotten me out, and it's actually worked. I've only had it for a few days, but I've had it out every day, riding around someplace. And
one thing you said, you ride to the lodge here.
Right.
What,
So
about 3 miles?
about 3 miles each way.
Yeah.
And so it's really been good. I would have normally driven over there.
Right.
But this time I could just hop on my bicycle and ride over. I get there after 3 miles. I'm not overheated. I'm not sweaty. I've had a really enjoyable experience.
Right.
It's virtually silent riding along on these trails. And then you get there, my mind's all ready to go for a board meeting or whatever I'm doing there for some kind of an activity. And it's been really great for this past couple of weeks that I've had the bike. It's really worked out nice.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, we have numerous friends. When I mentioned that I got this electric bike, they said, "Well, I have one too. Do you mind if I go riding with you?" I said, "Absolutely, come along." And so I had about 2-3 people, and I think you said you had something. Matter of fact, your friend, he rode, where did he?
50,000 miles. He's got 50,000 miles on a bicycle.
Wow.
Including from Florida to New York, or LA to Florida. I forget where he went.
Yeah.
But 20,000 miles on a tandem, and he's riding an electric bike. So if electric bikes are good enough for him, they're certainly good enough for me.
I know there are people here in the neighborhood where we live here in Jubilee and Washington who have a regular bike. And actually, I have seen them riding the bike and struggling to get uphill. I mean, we're no longer in our 30s or anything like that.
Right.
And they're really working at it to try to get up a hill. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't know if you do.
No, I
I'd
don't.
rather have that electric where I can say,
Right.
okay, I can get up this hill now
Right.
and just go.
So I'm excited to have a group of guys to ride with.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really fun. I'm excited about being able to go local areas without having to take a car. That's going to be really fun. And I'm looking forward to doing some longer trips where we load the bikes into a car and go someplace. And
Yeah.
enjoy the ride and come back home. I'm really looking forward to that too. So this to me is an exciting opportunity to have another social outlet that I didn't have before.
Right.
So I'm really happy to be engaged in it.
And I can also see the neighbors. You know, and driving by in a car, it's like, woo.
Well,
But
right. You got to stop to and talk to them. And
yeah.
pretty soon they'll have electric bikes. And,
Yeah, pretty soon we'll have 1,800 people
Yeah.
driving down. But anyway, it's been fun, and we're just getting started with this, and so we thought we would share this with you, that this is another part of Mike and Walter Talk, and
Right.
we got these bikes, so we thought we'd share it. We hope you enjoyed it.
Right. And if things work out, we'll do maybe some on the road videos, see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. And then also want to thank my wife for doing the remote cinematography today. Cindy, she did a great job for us.
Absolutely. She was fabulous, and I want to thank Cindy,
So thank
too.
you for that. And so that's it, right?
That's it.
Till next
So
time.
we'll see you next time. Bye.